you can just see right here that there's, you know, some curly tips going on. Hey guys, what's up? So this is my hallway. I won't show out everything because it's kind of messy. Stuff is kind of everywhere. You see the shirt I'm wearing, you know, pretty cool. Not really. I need to hold this straight. What am I doing? But yeah, I have this shirt on, but y'all usually see the top, but y'all never see the bottom. And the bottom is really just some shorts from school. So yeah, I know I have like a cool outfit on. That's me right there. Boop. Smells like apples in here because I got like 2 big bags of apples. I hope they're not smelling weird because they're going bad. I hope not, because I really do like apples. What am I even talking about? But yeah, I got some suggestions in the comments of what type of videos I should do. Somebody else told me to do gaming videos, and I was like, is this a joke? Not like at the person like, oh, are you joking? But I'm talking about like for me, because I barely play games. I used to play video games a lot, but now I just like stopped out of nowhere. It's not because I think I'm too good or too busy for them. It's just I don't really play them that much. I mean, I do play games sometimes, but I used to play them for like hours and hours and hours straight. But now I hop on for like 20 minutes and I just like, man, what am I doing with my life? And I'm not bashing anybody who plays video games either. I'm not saying you're wasting your life if you're playing video games. But actually what I am saying, this one thing I do want to get across. Sorry, my hair's all in my face and everything. But if you're playing video games, if you're like super stuck on them, try to do something else because, you know, video games don't last your stats, don't get you ahead in life unless you plan on being a professional gamer or something. Which I think that's kind of cool, but it depends on what game you play. I think it's cool that people can make money off of what they love to do. Alright, why am I even talking about this? Whatever. Alright, gaming videos. Should I do gaming videos? I mean, leave down in the comments if I should do a gaming video. But I clicked on this video obviously because I know how to, you know, want to know how to get like curly tips on your dreadlocks. Alright, if you can see this dreadlock is kind of curly. You can see it a little bit. And I want to know how to get this, and I'm gonna teach y'all how y'all can get curly tips. There's a multitude of ways to get curly tips. So when I first started my dreadlocks, I'll just go ahead and teach y'all how I started my dreadlocks because that plays a huge part in how your hair will be curly or if it will be curly. I started my dreadlocks with, well, technically I started it with twisting, but I actual dry twisted, like no water, no locking gel. I just twisted it like bare dry. And then I sponged it, and then I started towel rubbing, but then I didn't like towel rubbing, so I sponged it more. Which, as you know, the sponge kind of, you know, curls your hair. Or at least it puts your hair in a more coiled pattern. Which basically all it does, all the sponge does is twists your hair. Which really curls it up. Like if you twist any hair, it's gonna curl up. So that's basically how I started my dreadlocks out. You can just see right here that there's, you know, some curly tips going on, which it's fairly easy to get curly tips. Basically what sponging is doing is twisting the ends of your hair while the new growth is growing out. So that's kind of why people call it semi-freeform, because it looks freeform and you're letting your new growth grow out and you're not like twisting it all the way down to the root. But somebody said something really like clever and smart in the comments, is that you can use curl enhancers, like, you know, I have some Cantu curl enhancing stuff that smells really good, by the way. I'll just show y'all it real quick. And this isn't a sponsored video, but Cantu, if y'all want to sponsor me, y'all can. So it's this Cantu Shea Butter Natural Hair Coconut Curling Cream. So this stuff smells really good. I'm just gonna smell it right now because I haven't smelled it in a while. Whoo-wee! I haven't used this in so long, and just smelling it it brings me all the way back to middle school. Yo. So I didn't tell y'all this, I'm sorry, but this is also a time machine, so if you smell it, it will bring you all the way back to middle school. No, I'm just kidding, but anyways, using this or any curl enhancer, anything that curls your hair while you're sponging it will work like tremendously. It will work so good. I actually think I may have used this, but may not. I don't really remember. I actually think I stopped using this once I got my dreads. So I don't think I used this, but I still got curly tips. So if I use this, my tips would probably still even be curly or more curly. And another way you can also do this is 2-strand twist. 2-strand twist will really make your hair curly if you do twist outs on your well, okay, can I speak? If you do twist outs on your 2-strand twist, then it will really be curly. But if you just leave your 2-strand twists in, like as a method of starting out your dreads, they don't just lock up together, your tips will be blunted. Which I'll give you an example of a blunted tip. So you see this right here, boom, this is just straight up blunted. It's not curly, it's like rounded off. If y'all can see this, hopefully y'all can. It's just blunted off. That's exactly what y'all don't want. So to avoid that, you don't wanna like go to the tips of your hair and do this type of stuff. You don't wanna do that because that'll blunt off your tips. And you see a lot of my dreads in the front, they're kinda wispy. They're kinda like, there's like frizzy at the end basically. And you're probably gonna have a lot of dreads like that as well. Especially if you bleach the tips of your hair, or if you already have your hair bleached, it's gonna probably, it probably isn't going to curl up as good as you want it to, because that's just what bleach does. But your hair can still curl up, because obviously you see my hair is curled up. But I know what some of y'all are thinking, my tips are blunted off. How do I get curly tips if my tips are already blunted off? Don't worry, I got something for y'all. Don't say y'all cannot, say you can too. All right, I'm gonna stop. But a way you could get curly tips if you already have blunted off tips is by combing your tips out. Now there's people who do this. I think there's this guy named Super Saiyan Shosho. He like combed out the tip of his dreads and they're like puffy. But you could rock that style too. But basically if you comb out the tips of your dreads, you'll look really frizzy and puffy. But once you wash your hair, it will curl up. And even if it doesn't curl up, you can go ahead and use some curling cream like this Cantu I got here. And it'll probably curl up your tips. But like I said, don't comb out too much, because trust me, you don't want to comb out too much of your dreadlocks. Only comb out the very tips. It's pretty self-explanatory really. That's the way y'all could get curly tips. You could twist with gel, but the thing about twisting with gel is sometimes it blunts off because you have to twist all the way down to the tip, which if you pinch the tip, it'll just come out like this. But yeah, those are just a few ways to get curly tips. It's pretty easy actually, but some of y'all probably don't want curly tips. Some of y'all probably want them blunted off, so I'm gonna be doing a video on that. In my opinion, I really like curly tips better than blunted tips, but I do like some, I like the way my hair is. I like these weird frizzy tips. I mean, I do like them. They're kind of weird, but I do like them. I like the curly tips, and I like, you know, the fully blunted off tips, if I could find a blunted off tip or wherever it is. Yeah, right here. I like the blunted off tips too. But my favorite are the curly tips. I just like the way my hair is. I like the mixture and everything. That's one thing I gotta understand as well, is you're not gonna get your hair like absolutely perfect, and just appreciate your hair where it's at, because you know, there's no reason to be, you know, super bummed out or sad or mad or angry or frustrated because your hair doesn't look a certain way, you know. But yeah, with that being said, if y'all like this video, please make sure I like it. If I want to see more videos from me in the future, please make sure I subscribe and turn on post notifications so y'all never miss out on another video from me. And with that being said, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video.